Doors are closing. Next stop, Love Jones, a mixtape for Roots L, J, A, and M. This is a soundtrack of the city. This is a soundtrack for the people. Please play at a volume the ancestors can hear. For your listening pleasure, please stand close to the edge. Thank you for riding.
I learned time travel from great-grandma Susie. Every night, 9:30 sharp, my great-grandma sends creaks down the spine of her North Patton Street stairwell, and I catch her creeping as I'm sprawled across the powder blue couch. With a shimmer of her gold tooth, she tells me, "Shut up. I'm about to eat me some ice cream. Shit." Draped in long white t-shirt, longer white panties, black do-rag with its tail waving to the speed of her shuffling slippered feet, we giggle loud enough my grandma Faye calls from her bedroom, "What's got you girls making all that noise downstairs?" And I watch my 95-year-old great-grandma turn 10, transport to her grandma's living room with her baby sister, giggles tickling the flesh of their cheeks, sneaking sweets from somewhere where the Georgia countryside moved as fast as the sun did in the sky, and church was every day, and the heat was different. But the way she talks shit, the same. The next day, I'll walk into my grandma Faye's room, see her pink foam rollers lined across her nightstand, and in an instant, I will turn 8, wearing pink jellies and twisted plaits snapped with sunflower barrettes, dipping curious fingers into perfume cream swirled in Avon bottles on my grandma's dresser. I will turn 11, standing next to my best friend, who always smelled like baby oil, in a chaos apartment kitchen flooded with bubbles, spitting from the corners of a dishwasher we filled with dial soap, and all we could do was laugh. Giggles like Susie Mae and Annie Mae. At the bubbles, at each other, at the mess we made, 'cause damn, there is so much to learn. Like, the gift of time travel is not the history it shows. It's the way a North Philly home can hold 50 years of spirit and my great-grandma's shuffle to the freezer drawer with the Klondike bars. It's the way I can sit at the window and watch North Patton Street for hours with great-grandma Susie. Days off to her harmonica hums, watch as she waves down Eric from up the block, some neighbor who also calls her grandma, to come and fix the porch light again, or to sweep the dirt from the curb in front of her home. It's the way sitting with her is learning how to sit with myself, long enough to discover joy exists in my body, still enough to know what joy feels like, that it tingles across my shoulders and bursts in my chest. I'm still enough to name it, to point to it. Joy happening in my body. It's the way time travel teaches me how to listen. Slow, like the sweat falling from a 1930s Georgia country 10-year-old forehead who 85 years later will still be singing about sweets in the kitchen.
Why did the big black man clutch his book bag? Because he wanted the canvas close, away from hands, eyes trying to steal joy. Because I must be a white woman today, walking through City Hall flanked by officers. Because yesterday I woke up to the email that called me literate enough to sit upright in a cubicle. Because I am scared of anybody taking my things, because everybody takes my things without asking, because I am gone, and all that is left is my hands and their worth, which is interesting because touch is the last thing I thought would be my last image, because I watched another documentary about slavery, and I want to speak for everybody under the breath of the narrator, because suffering settles in my stomach every time I see a black life taken. The name lives in me for weeks because I have anger, plenty, and I wanted to have fun, take on different conformations because I am bitter and sarcastic and want to prove something, because late at night when I'm trying to get home, I have fears. I am smaller than what I appear up close because I waited my whole life to have power over a narrative, maybe this historical one between me and you, because I want to tell you, racism can't save you from shadows. They come even when I bend into scenery, because night is an army of black people coming, because to you, it must sound like the loudest evil cackle that won't cease until a man-made light blows the color back, because even then your house has cracks. I mean, if you think I am here just for you, surely you know my molecules can dip under, because structure is a theory. It has to be. How many rules have been broken by water, by fire, by raw materials bowing to an immovable spine? Because I know deep down this exchange is just pantomime in place of rage, because rage has been taught a lesson about teeth and unsheathing and never letting them see the riot in the rear view, because smart is how I fight, because better is how I get over, because twice as good is how I rule, because that lullaby is how the pain got here in a joke instead of spilling out of me, because I pressed everything down, because I needed to be strong, because I had to have the answer, because I couldn't just say cry.
You are 1,000 strands of light held together by an epiphany, a mystery in plain sight hidden intentionally. Luminous behind broad strokes and wild laughter, vocal eruptions and quick-witted banter, giving the impression you're only the whimsical kind, all the while dissecting existentialism with a cultivated mind. You have been someone's trophy. You have been someone's prize. But oh, the depth, the sea, a breath beneath the sparkle in your eyes. Your imagination? In perfect pitch, a perfect fit, soft and so melancholic, insight with light and might, an unadulterated gift, truth alignment, soul assignment so swift, surrender and never forget. Remember to remember the gist, make an offering to the offspring, to the softening, to be tender with. The goddess in plain clothes, abrasive yet sharp as a pillow, she who follows her nose, loves hard and so deep, takes the bitterness with the sweet, a vessel through which God speaks, quiets chaos to serene, leaving weary parts unseen, yet and still she dreams another layer, a wholeness there, just where the spirit meets. And how you make it look so effortless, this long and noble mile, this in and out breath outstretched with a parable sewn into your smile. The mischief in your eyes cry this beautiful struggle has its complexities, imperfections parted into sections, but flaws make you refreshingly complete. Oh, when your body language speaks, the richness of conversation, the things pondered half awake when relaxed and thinking out loud, or how with ease you make high tea from misbegotten storm clouds, and you serve with honey, this intoxicating joy in your dance, a healing duty, the most profound beauty, your hips within a trance, your spine limber, soul eager to wind wild with the undulating universe, to baptize itself into its own awakening, giving birth to new consciousness, lucidly dreaming wide awake when you are mother of many tongues, matriarch of suns, conjuring whirlwinds where worlds end with effortless ease, a sight to behold, never to be held down by earth's gravity, gentle, persistent warrior. You are an aria on the breeze, the scent before a downpour, bending to the allure of next dimensionality. You celebrate and grieve as easily as you breathe, marking deaths and births with nursery and hearse. Your heart is church and prayer, constant soothsayer, condemnation and reprieve, the meditated place of arrival and departure at midnight. You are a quiet presence that warms and delights, because you are the nature of daylight, a sacred blessing shining through the darkest parts, penetrating hiding places, a soft reminder that there is gentleness in the morning and promise from the first ray to the last hope for sunlight. You are modern mythology, moving mountains to tears with your soul's commitment. A never-ending quest for transcendence. Set back a myriad of times, you wield your weight with grace and levitate, and each time you initiate with beginner's mind, carrying the lessons of time. For every ascension, you are the center of attention, but centered in your vision, a study in resilience, with ancestral intuition. Lioness, I hope you realize some of your greatest blessings are caged by greater pride. You are not so hidden to those with careful eyes, not as mysterious as you fathom. There are chapters in your silence, vulnerability in your violence, with those close enough to analyze your atoms as they materialize. Your breath is like a mantra, a nirvana just within reach. Suspended in mid-air like a hologram, you are the wind that dances on trees, carrying a lineage of epic memory, You are blessed and you will always belong because you were meant to be. And I will bless you this blessing upon centuries because you are blessed and blessed exponentially. Your darkness is not greater than your light. Your roots are not deeper than your flight. Your greatest love was born with your own heartbeat. You are wilder than your wildest dreams. Your chains are self-imposed. Rise upon this epiphany. You are the concrete and the rose. Free as you want to be. You author your own story. And when you claim liberation, it is everyone's glory. Manifest a world of your own making and wait there for the love to arrive. Ah, there she is. Ageless like the tides, ancient as the ocean, mystic as the moon, peaceful as the night and the notion she can be whatever she decides. You are intelligent, brave, passionate, and kind. You are radiant, magnetic, infectious, divine.
You have arrived. Episode 3, and church was every day, is a wrap. You heard I Learned Time Travel from Great Grandma Susie by Ashley Davis. Why Did the Big Black Man Clutch His Book Bag by Kerwin Sutherland. And Witness by Nina Lyrespect Ball. This mix was spun by Vince Anthony. Love John's A Mixtape is produced by Philadelphia Contemporary. Till the next time, with sisterly affection. Peace.